How is it that your doctor knows more about you and your health than you do? They don't. I'm a little passionate about this. Ladies and gentlemen, stop turning your life over to someone that's a stranger that you don't know and that you've met for the first time. I know some of you may have doctors that you've had for some years that you're acquainted with and maybe even well acquainted with now. Don't be deceived. Don't fall for the okey doke. This is where you have to put on your big boy pants and your big girl panties. Listen to me very, very intently and closely. Ladies and gentlemen, we grew up in a world where things were already in place and we accepted things as they were, and we never questioned and we never challenged it, and it just continued on, and we find ourselves where we are presently in a habit. We have a habit of going to a hospital and to a doctor and having them perform procedures on us and prescribe pharmaceutical drugs for us for certain conditions and ailments. We've never asked a question. We've just done it because historically our family has done it and we have just fallen in line and done the same thing. But it takes a great man and a great woman to step outside of that cage, outside of that box, and explore the world that you're really in. These people are taught medicine, but they're not perfect. There is such thing as malpractice. It happens every day somewhere. And some of you know someone, some of you have heard stories, some of you have experienced it yourselves, where a doctor has done something wrong, done something accidentally. I use this example, and there's many, there's thousands. There was a man in Florida years ago. He was supposed to be scheduled to have one of his feet amputated for some condition that he had. It may have been diabetes, I don't know. But the foot or leg that was supposed to be amputated was marked. And when he went before the surgeon, they cut the wrong leg off. This is a true story. Now, medical malpractice. How did that ever happen? It was twice as bad as that. He still had to have the bad leg amputated. So this individual ended up with two amputations. Now, fast forward to a few months ago, one of my students' mother, this is a true story as well, went to have a routine colonoscopy. They damaged her lung and they damaged one of her organs. And the organ failed and they had to remove the organ. This is a true story. You know, it does happen. So, what I'm saying is this: you need to know you. You need to fundamentally understand how the medical system, how the medical world works. It's not just a facility where people are there to aid you because you have medical health issues, right? Do doctors teach you preventive medicine? No. Do doctors heal you? No. Do doctors teach you about nutrition? No. Do doctors teach you about causation and avoiding that, whatever causes your illnesses and maladies, if you will, and how to not have that problem so that you won't have to come back to the hospital? No, they don't. What do doctors do? What they study is called allopathic medicine. When doctors go to school, they learn two things. They learn how to prescribe medication, hello, for symptoms, right, that you may encounter because of a condition. And they prescribe also surgery. We're going to give you something to cover up the symptoms of a cause that you may have. And if it's something that we believe that is beyond medication directly, we're going to cut you open. We're going to cut something off or take something out. Am I harping against the medical industry? No. It has its place. But I'm going to say this to you. Emergency medical care is essential. It is. It has its place. But to use a hospital or a doctor on a regular basis like you're eating breakfast every day, no. It should not be that common to have a hospital and or a doctor or a medical institution in your life. But there's money in it. There's money. There's billions of dollars to be made off of your ignorance. And doctors are taught very well in how to speak to you and to convince you. They're taught that. They're not just taught physiology and anatomy and medicine. They're not just taught that. They're taught how to speak to you so that they can convince you that they're there for you and that they are a professional and that they're going to care for you. You know, Hippocrates had a law, and it was the Hippocratic oath that doctors had to take once upon a time. And you know what it meant? That they would do no harm. Right? If you've ever read that the side effects of various medications, 99% of the medications have one of those side effects of many of them is death. Read the side effects. Drowsiness, dizziness, severe headaches, itching, tingling, fainting spells, and the list goes on and on and on. If this is good for you, why do you have to go through all of that? Did you not know that herbs, which are for healing, and God, Yahweh, in the scripture said that herbs are for the healing of a nation? So they don't have those side effects. So why are all of these things so detrimental to you? Did you know taking all of this medication can kill your kidneys and can kill your liver? Did you not know that? Think on these things. I did this video to get you to think again. That's it. Would you think? Should your doctor know more about you than you know about you? Start taking better care of your own body, of your own physiology, and learning your body, and putting the things in and on your body that come from nature so that you have less visits to the doctor and they won't be putting the things in your body that are not from nature. That was it. And that was all.